What's up, everyone? It's Tony here with Nerds Never Sleep, and it is time again for another weekly roundup. That's right, this week I had a ton of really awesome figures I highlighted here on the channel, and one that I was not very impressed by, but we'll get to that shortly. So those of you who know, this is the segment of the week where I kind of give you guys some page updates, things like that, and show you all of the reels, shorts, TikToks, whatever it is you watch on, etc. All those videos and figures in one place. So this week, again, I had one extra figure I highlighted for you guys just because I did forget to post one of them last week. So you do see an extra figure here. Table looks a little bit more crowded than usual. But as you can see, got some bangers for you guys this week. And for some reason, my algorithms hated me this week. And the reach was gimped on a lot of these. I don't know if I pissed someone off or what. Maybe I said something on Twitter someone wasn't happy with. But yeah, a lot of the stuff you guys didn't really see. There were a couple that really spiked really well, and I know a lot of you have to check them out. So if this is your first time checking a lot of these out, hopefully you enjoy it. That being said, it is a busy couple weeks coming up, obviously. For me, we're on work side. It's nuts right now. Obviously, we're going into Christmas this week. We've got New Year's coming next week, and man, this year is almost over. That's crazy. It's going to be really busy for me. So I'm going to make sure I can get as much out as possible again for you guys. I do have some stuff kind of in the back burner that I have to edit that I recorded while I was on vacation. So I'll be getting that out as soon as possible. I had some really great stuff. So to start it off, we had Miku Monday, which I forgot to post the previous week. I was going to do this Miku right here and then Rin the following week. So this week, you got them both. So again, this is something that they don't do anymore, which they made kind of a Christmas duo with Rin and Miku. Now, I think this was the final year they did something like this. I love this set. They look fantastic, both Rin and Miku. And as you can see, this is back when the prize figures used to all be very large in comparison to something like this, which is half the size and higher price. But we'll get to that in a while. Twin Tuesday went to one of my favorites, and I know I say that with just about every Rem I highlight, but this is a super adorable. This is the Puck costume Rem, and I love how it's a furry, fuzzy costume. It is so freaking cute, and I wish they would have done the rest of the cast in these styles, but we just got a Rem. If you do want Puck themed stuff, they do have the foursome actually now that I have highlighted on the channel of Rem, Ram, Amelia, and Betty in Puck themed slouchies, like hoodies. So those are super cute. Highlighted all those here on the channel as well if you want to check them out. Waifu Wednesday is my biggest disappointment in a while. And I hate to say it because it's one of my favorite recent characters with Chainsaw Man's power. Now, this is the Chain Spirits line. And much like the more recent Jujutsu Kaisen set that has very small figures, super just meh about this one. And I hate saying that because I love power. And if you were going to give her just a museum pose like this, like a standard just hand on the hip pose, they should have at least given her a crazy look on her face or something. This just has a very blah, meh, just look on her face, and it just doesn't feel like power. It looks like power, it just doesn't feel like power. And again, when you even put it up with something like Kokoro, or you put it up with Rem, sorry, my chair is squeaking, or with more recently Hinata, who's much larger as well, it just doesn't size up. And it's the same thing I say about the Jujutsu Kaisen line of the same ilk, is that, damn, these things are getting smaller and their price is going up. Now, I only paid like $11.50 for her, so for that, I can say, okay, I'm fine. But this, I think she retails for almost $30. And damn it, like, it's not worth it. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, this, unless I can get the rest of the line really cheap, I won't be doing the Chain Spirits line. Checked out, done. And I hate that because I love Chainsaw Man and I collect all the stuff from Chainsaw Man. But this has made me just, I'm not going with that line anymore. So, away from that one, go to one that I really do love. That time I got reincarnated Thursday. Went back to Hinata. Now, this is the older version that has her with her sword out. They do have a newer version of her that has her arm kind of in here and her other arm over with her sword in the sheath. Looked like she's ready to take the sword out. They did that with one of the Rimurus as well. One of them has him with the katana kind of out behind his back. The other one has him with it in the sheath, getting ready to take it out. I appreciate when they do stuff like that and at least change a little bit of the statue or the figure around rather than just recoloring it like they've done with a lot of them. So, I love Hinata. I love her character. So hyped for the new season of Tensura because we're going to see more of her, and she is one of those characters that actually can put Rimuru through the paces. So, super excited to see all of it animated. I'm a huge fan. Obviously, you guys know I'm a huge simp for that show. I love it. And I'm just excited for it to come back. Excited to see some more of this character specifically. Figure Friday went with one of my older ones by Kotobukiya. Now the defunct Artifacts Plus line. They don't do them anymore. This was Spider-Man from the Spider-Verse line that they did. And he is the New York Comic Con exclusive version, which basically is the same as the regular version, only they made snow on the base. Gave him a scarf, some little leg warmers, and a little hat that I pop off and put on Deadpool a lot of the times. But other than that, he is the same exact statue as the standard version. So, I mean, if you like him and you want to just decorate yours with a little scarf and hat, you can do that. But I love it. I think he's fantastic. The pose, all the details, great looking piece. And I mean, honestly, I gotta recommend him to you guys because this line doesn't exist anymore. So it's gonna be a little harder to find. All these Artifacts Plus lines were fantastic. The DC lines, the Marvel lines, up until the end, where I think they kind of killed the line off when they did the Defenders and they changed artists and the Defenders line looked like crap. And they did a new Avengers line, I guess you want to call them, whatever they are, Avengers 2.0, that consisted of like Captain Marvel, Vision, Scarlet Witch, Black Panther, and Sam Wilson, Captain America. It didn't look as good as all the previous iterations and sets, and the quality of them felt really, really cheap. And I think that's where the line kind of fell off. DC, it did the same thing. DC had some great lines. Their Justice League, their Bat Family, stuff like that. And as they went into the villains lines, they kind of got crappier looking. And those fell off as well. So, does suck that we lost out on a really great line of merchandising. Like, I would love to have seen them just keep going. Because these 1/10s fit really well with things from Iron Studios. And, Schoolgirl Saturday. We finished off the week with represent some Hello Happy World, what I have not done yet, with the girl herself, the leader, the most present one, the most upfront one out of everyone in the group, pretty much one of the ones everyone really only knows, is Kokoro. And surprisingly enough, maybe my algorithm, again, has been gimped this week. I don't know. But a lot of these didn't perform very well. She performed like crap. And I was surprised because I always think she's one of the more popular characters. But Eve and stuff like that, like tripled and quadrupled her view counts. So I may be wrong. Maybe you all are looking for some of the more niche girls here. So I may need to rethink what I do in my next one. So I love her. I think her figure came out fantastic. I love that she has just the dynamic pose. A lot of them have very mellow poses in this school days line. And Kokoro is just like, nope, screw it. here I am. Let's go. Happy, happy. Let's go. Very in character for her, and I love it. I think she came out fantastic. But again, that's your guys' kind of introduction to all these pieces. Again, some real bangers and one really, really disappointing stinker. But I'm going to bring you guys over. I'm going to let you take a look at them all right now. that was your guys' closer look at all of the pieces that I highlighted in this past week. So normally what I do is I give you guys kind of my thoughts on what my favorite piece of the week was, and I usually split it up. If there's some higher end pieces and some prize figure pieces, I do a favorite for each. So in this case, Spidey is the only higher end one that I did, so he wins by default in my choice. As far as everything else, Miku and Rin are going to get kicked off to the sides here. And I'm going to say my favorite would go to Rem, but I know I've highlighted her in the past, and I think I've given her my top pick of the week already. So I'm going to give it to Kokoro, because I think Kokoro came out fantastic. I think this entire School Days line is super impressive, and there are a lot of them. I don't think they have the newer bands yet, or the two more recent bands that they added yet. I don't think they've done them yet, but I'm looking forward to getting all their figures if they do continue this line. So I do love it. I enjoy it. I think the Kokoro came out probably the best so far. Just the facial expression, the pose, just all the things about it. She looks so dynamic, and I love it. If you guys know me, I love more action poses, more dynamic stuff, where, things like Power here, super letdown again. Cannot stress enough how disappointed I am with this one. But, I am a sucker for the dynamic pose, so I love it. I think she looks great, and that's why I would say something like Rem is definitely up there with my favorite. And but since I already think I gave it to her once, I'm not going to do it again. So those were my picks for this week, for the best, obviously. I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are on your pick for the week, and as well as things like Power. What are your thoughts on these kind of figures with the shrinking, the ever consistently shrinking of these prize figures, while constantly increasing the prices? I do know the newer Jujutsu Kaisen Break Time, I think they are, figures are extremely tiny. And I'm glad I saw them out of the boxes before I bought them. They are about this big, so they're actually even smaller than Power. I would say they're about this big compared to Power. And then they have a chair or something that they're on. But you're still paying that $30, $28, $30, and it's just they're starting to price themselves out. And it's a shame, because it makes me go back and start looking for the older pieces. But hopefully we'll still keep getting larger scale, things like these in the future from other companies. But for right now, try to look at how big these things are and take a look and gauge your purchasing accordingly, because some of these things are just too damn small now for what you're getting. Like I said, disappointing to me to have a Power, who I love the character, just kind of disappoint me. So this is my one regret from recent time, and again, I won't do the rest of the line after this. So that's it for my picks for the week. Couple of updates, just so you guys know. With the new year, I'm going to start changing my format a little bit with the weekly roundups. Go back to what I was doing at the beginning of things when I started doing this, and instead of giving you guys just the clips that I used to highlight these throughout the week, I'm going to have brand new footage that I'm going to re-record and do again, so you guys are going to have a different take on each figure. So hopefully that does a little bit more for you guys, so you'll be able to get two different perspectives, two different views, and two different video styles when you do take a look at these figures. So that being said, hopefully it's going to improve things a little bit more. I'm trying to tweak a little bit of stuff and get some more quality in my videos for you guys. Did do a couple of unboxings this past week, so check those out as well. And started game streaming Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. So if you guys want to check that game out, so far it's really fun. Check out the live streams. I've been doing it only here on YouTube for right now, until I get my streaming stuff set up where I can stream on multiple platforms at once. And like I said, this week and next week are going to be kind of busy with holidays. Try to get as much stuff as I can this week. Again, I'm already a day behind. We had really, really crappy weather here. Power was blinking out, stuff like that. So I didn't want to really do anything crazy while that was going on. but things should be back to normal for the rest of the week until obviously we run into the holiday. So with that being said, I am shooting to do at least 2 unboxings for you all this week as well, and possibly a card box break. So we'll see how that goes and how I can get some stuff edited. But that's it for this week's Weekly Roundup. Again, thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Leave all your thoughts and comments down below. Click that like button, the share button, the subscribe button. Spread the nerdiness. Follow on all the social medias. Linktree is down in the description below. And yeah, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.